Hi, I'm Marsha, and this is just a quick video to show some of the vinyl finds I got today at the Orlando Record Show. So today is Sunday, April 2nd, and the Orlando Record Show was earlier today at the Central Florida Fairgrounds, which is in Orlando. It's just west of downtown. And the Central Florida Fairgrounds, it's not Universal, it is not Disney, it is a lot more earthy than that. For weeks, I have been watching VC videos of folks going to their local record shows, local record fairs, and they're held in these nice hotel ballrooms with working AC, and that is not the case with the Orlando show. The building that the record show is held in could be best described as maintenance building chic. You know, the AC is spotty. I have no idea where the bathrooms are. I asked and I was told today they're down the street. There is virtually no cell service in there, so forget about checking Discogs for pricing, forget about PayPaling or Venmoing a vendor, payment for something you're interested in, and it's just generally pretty dingy in there. But the parking is free, and I have had good luck there in the past in finding some treasures in the $2 and $3 bins, and I've also found some very cool stuff there. Sadly, today I didn't have that good of luck as I would have hoped. I had several things I was really hoping to find there today, which didn't prove to be the case. And then I was also really hoping to find some stuff in the $2 and $3 bins, which didn't happen either. And I found the prices to be really expensive this go around. I mean, there was a dude there selling Sha Na Na records for $10 a pop. And I don't know when that happened. I don't know when Sha Na Na became $10 records. And that is no disrespect to Bowser and the gang. I know they played at Woodstock, but I'm used to seeing those records, you know, in the $2 and $3 bins. But again, I did pick up some cool stuff. First up is this Debutantes comp, and this is a girl group out of Detroit. So the Power of the Hat, my Detroit Tigers hat, pulled me in the direction of this record. I have never heard of this band before. I didn't know they existed until the record show today. I was first attracted to this from the hype sticker, Gutsy Girly Glam Garage. All the keywords I love. And then I read the first sentence on the hype sticker, and it said Jan McKellen and a rotating cast of Motor City Kitties shattered hearts and glass ceilings from 1964 to 1969. Sold. That's all I needed to read to know I needed to have this record in my collection. I looked on Discogs when I got home because I think that's the first thing any rational person is going to do when you can't check Discogs at a record show is check Discogs when you get back from that record show to make sure what you purchased was fair, average, if you got taken, if you got a good deal. I paid a fair price for this, and I'm super excited to dig into it. I need to follow up with my mom to see if this is a group she heard on the radio at the time when she was a teenager, or if maybe she even saw this group perform. Next up is the Romantics, their self-titled debut, and I will say the Power of the Hat failed me on this record. The Romantics, they are a Detroit band, and I overpaid for this record. I came across it a couple of times, and the reason I came across it a couple times is because I was looking for Roxy Music records. So ROM, ROX, of course, this is going to be in front of them. So I thought I got a fair price on it, but when I checked Discogs, I apparently shouldn't have paid more than 7 cents for a mint copy of this record. I'm still looking forward to listening to it, even if I did get taken. I recall having a Romantic's Greatest Hit cassette when I was in high school and liking it. So I am sure there are things on this album that I am familiar with, besides what I like about you. I've just forgotten what those things are because I've not listened to this band since high school. Next up is the self-titled Elton John record. This is a late 70s repress, and I'm apparently on an Elton John kick right now because I also showed an Elton John record in my last Vinyl Finds video. I am familiar with this record, and I do know I like it. It's just time I finally got it on vinyl. Next is Norman Greenbaum, Spirit in the Sky. This title track is one of my favorite songs of all time. It is one of my mom's favorite songs of all time. Same with my sister. We just love Spirit in the Sky. And we're not religious people. It's just got a groove that's infectious. I have heard this is a pretty good album, even though this guy is like the ultimate 70s one-hit wonder. Well, ultimate one-hit wonder prior to the disco era. So really looking forward to checking this album out. Next is the deal of the day. It is the Kink Chronicles. This is a double LP comp, and it's pretty pricey. This usually runs about $35, $40, $45. And I had this same exact record in my hands a couple weeks back. And when I say the same exact record, I mean this actual copy in my hands. There is a gentleman that has a booth in a flea market that I check out from time to time. He's got some good stuff. He's got really good prices. And when I was there, I came across this, but I put it down because most of the songs on this comp I have on other records, other CDs, and there were other things that I wanted to get. So I just talked myself out of it. But, 20 minutes later, I regretted it because he was selling it for such a phenomenal price. I had never seen it that low before. I just have been thinking about it ever since. And when I saw he was at the record show, I immediately hit the K-bin, hoping it was going to be in there, fingers crossed. And it was. Snapped it up, took it over to him. And because I can't keep my big mouth shut, said to him, I am so glad you had this because I've been regretting it, leaving it at your booth several weeks back. And when I handed it to him, he did this. All right. So he must not have realized that he mismarked it because I got it for such a great deal. And I'm very familiar with everything on there, so I know I'm going to love that comp. Next is the Stone Ponies featuring Linda Ronstadt. If you take a look at the hype sticker here, this is just a re-release of their album from 1967. They re-released it basically to capitalize on her popularity because it says early Linda! Exclamation point. I've never listened to this record. I have no idea what it's about. I know different drum that is not on this, but I'm still interested in checking it out because I do like 60s pop. And speaking of 60s pop, the Turtles, their debut, It Ain't Me, Babe. And this is a super, super clean copy for an album from the early to mid 60s. So again, excited to check this one out. And then lastly, Prince and the Revolution, live, Syracuse, New York, 1985. This is a 3 LP set, and I got this for a deal. Very excited to listen to this. Like so many people in my age group, Purple Rain is one of my favorite albums of all time. And this starts off with Let's Go Crazy and ends with a 19-minute version of Purple Rain, which I am sure I'm going to love. So those are my pickups from the Orlando Record Show. The next record show is in August, late August. I'll just put this up here. I know people are coming in and out of town here to Orlando all the time to check out the theme parks. So if anybody's interested, the next one is August 27th. Thank you so much for watching my video, everybody. Take care. Bye now.